we're I was just, as you heard, Simon, when you joined, just in the process of kind of collecting together all the bookings. We've got, I think we're going to be somewhere around 180 people. It's been really, people are clamoring to come along. People really want to come and been asking for extra tickets and so on. So I've tried to accommodate that wherever possible. We've got one finalist that can't make it, which is the higher apprentice Aaron, but I think Sally suggested inviting his employer, and 2 people are going to come, so his line manager and another colleague to collect the award on his behalf. So other than that, we've got everybody there, so we're not missing anybody. Haven't got any gaps, which is really good. So quite pleased with all of that. We've got the sponsor briefing this afternoon, so we're going to let sponsors know the arrangements for the evening. We're hoping that most people will come around 5. We can do a little bit of filming, have some sandwiches, and kind of use that as a little bit of a networking session. I sort of suggested that perhaps category sponsors come at 5 and maybe other sponsors join us slightly later. They don't need to be there that early, and I think you have the danger of people milling around a bit if there's not too much for those guys to do, really. It's really just for the category sponsors to have a run through if they want to, and have a bit of a practice. So it should be, I reckon, around 20 or so people coming to that session, and then the other sponsors, maybe invite them to come a little bit earlier if they want to, but maybe they don't need to if they don't want to. So Sophie and I will be working on table plan and seating plan, because we thought that was really helpful last year, so people know when they arrive, where they're going to be sitting. We had a good run through on the script the other day with Sarah and Simon, so happy with all of that. And I think we know our plan. And Tam, we had a catch up, didn't we, the other day briefly on the phone, just about the scooping them up and taking them off for their interviews as each person comes off. So I think we're all in quite good shape at the moment, and haven't come across any issues so far. Brochures are ready to be collected, trophies are ready, thank you, Tan. So I think we're kind of almost there now. So this meeting really, I guess, is just a quick sort of catch up, check in to see if there's anything that we need to cover, anything we need to think about, any questions you guys have about the evening.
Where are we with, are we doing the Jordan interview? Is that happening?
Yes, yeah, Josh.
Josh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Josh
got the name right on the night, eh?
So there's 2
Joshes. We've got cue cards, we'll be fine.
Yeah, we've got the cue cards. Sophie's getting
haven't we, Sophie?
Yes, you have. Yeah, definitely.
If names are wrong, it's all Sophie.
Yes, my fault. You can blame me.
Responsibility. Well, we've got so many Joshes, and we've got a winner Josh this year as well, again, haven't we? And we had like Jordan. So yes, sorry for your question, Simon, we are going to do that. So I'm speaking to Jordan, I'm calling him Jordan now. I'm speaking to Josh and his tutor tomorrow morning, and we're just, as we said, just run through some questions as to what he's happy to talk about. So what we'll do is have that just before we do the overall Apprentice of the Year announcement. So as we did
questions on the cue cards, and then Sarah and I can run through them, or how we're going to do that. We'll wing that bit, won't we, Sarah?
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Yeah, in our rehearsal on the night.
And I think that will be quite good, because I think Josh will probably react to a less formal kind of situation, and just keep it nice and sort of light-hearted and straightforward. But I will let you know what we kind of discuss and what we agree, so that he's got an idea of what to expect, what's coming, which is great. I think it's really nice to have him there, as we've tried to do that in previous years. So that's all good. So yes, that's going ahead. So that's good. Sarah and Simon, please can you drop me your car reg numbers, just so we can put them on the list for Williams, just for the gate, just speeds things up.
You've got mine now, haven't you?
I've got yours, Tan. Yeah, and I've got your, I know, Liv, you're getting your other guys, William and Tom. Yes. So that's good.
The only thing with mine is I'm not sure which vehicle I'm bringing, because I've ordered the balloons, they're all paid for, but they fit much better into Matt's car. It's just whether or not his car's available. So if his is, I'll be driving over in his. If not, it might be 2 trips in mine. When do they need to know?
Could I
put two provisional plates? They're only.
I mean, you could always give both, because it doesn't matter if one of them doesn't arrive.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that then, because it's more or less the same number plate, but just different initials at the end. So, yeah, they'll know it's us.
Simon, sorry, what time are you planning on getting there? Because I'm going to need some help. I'm definitely going to need some help getting those trophies out. I cannot lift them; they're incredibly heavy.
About half an hour after that, then, Tam, I think. Let me just check. So we were thinking of meeting at, what did we say, Sarah? For rehearsals and the like, about 3.
From
I've got 3 o'clock in my diary.
Yeah, that's what I've got. Yeah, so 3 o'clock, 10.
Okie dokie, because I'm hoping I can get someone to help me with them at work end.
Yeah.
And then
there's loads of people at work, and then they've got that trolley that they've got there, so we just need to wheel it out and put it on, so that'll be fine. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be able to get them out of my car, quite frankly. I mean, they are ridiculous. No, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, I'll probably get there about 4. What time are you going to be setting up the table? I'm going to come and help set up the tables, Mel. So, and do whatever you need me to do with them. So if I get there for 4, then I can help with whatever you need me to help with, if that's okay.
Yeah, that sounds great, Tan, because we can set up the trophy table. I think we had it behind a screen last time, didn't we? Get that done, get the brochures out.
We need to put the brochures out, the balloons, and all of that stuff. So yeah, I'll get people are arriving from 5 and 6, did you say?
Yeah, so 5 o'clock will be the sponsors, and then 6:30 is the kind of guests' arrival time. So we've got loads of time. Just make sure we run through anything we need to, and everything else. So yeah, that sounds good, Tan. I don't think you need to be there before that, but that just gives us a chance to get the table set up.
Just on trophies, would you like a quick sneak peek of what was designed? Okay.
Yes, please.
Yes.
So they've done this. Wow. This is Raw Workshop. So there'll be one for each, obviously with their names, and then on the back, ignore the we were looking at trying to do the roof pictures of the new laboratory buildings, but it wasn't working. So ignore all of that, but there'll be a handmade by Raw Workshop on the back as well.
That's
nice.
Lovely.
That's really nice. Really nice.
Yeah.
So I'll be very environmental as well.
Yeah, we love Raw Workshop, like everyone does. So they were so thrilled to be doing and making them. Yeah, really excited by it. So I think the plan is that I'm going to bring them with me. But I'm just liaising with them at the moment, but they're being made as we speak.
Very good.
We'll keep them very strictly under wraps, because even the fact there's 2 of them is a bit of a giveaway.
Oh my gosh, that's such, okay, I'll bring a duvet cover or something. Okay. Yeah, good point. I just walk in going, I've got the trophies. Okay. No, thanks, man.
When William presents the award, will he just give a mention of that, Liz, and just say the trophies, or I don't know how he says it without. By then it doesn't really matter if he gives away that there's 2 trophies, but I don't know how he plans to put it, but basically we worked on the design for the trophy design with Raw Workshop or something like that. Depends. I mean, the big reveal obviously is coming, isn't it? But just it'd be worth it, or it'd be quite nice to give a mention to that, the fact that 100%. It's where the trophies came from and the story behind them.
Yeah, of course. No, absolutely. Yes, I owe you his little mini script, don't I? So yeah,
that'd be great if you can. I've asked everyone to send in their sponsor scripts, just so if anything happens and somebody breaks down or whatever, we've got them, and also we can just double check them and make sure people are, if we need to red pen a few lines.
That's fine. No, William will be very succinct, so it's fine.
No, that's great. And I think from your guys' perspective, you deserve a little bit longer anyway, firstly because you're the headline sponsor, and secondly you've got the biggest announcement, so we're not so worried about that. I think it's more the others that talk a lot about their businesses and stuff like that, which is fine. Hopefully we'll manage to keep people to time. But yes, thanks, Liv. That's great. We'll squirrel them away, make sure they're well hidden.
I will do. Thank you.
And then, Sophie, did you want to give us a little update on the raffle?
Yes. So we have, I think, around 10 prizes now, I would say, ranging from vouchers. We've got champagne. We actually have a little mini Grundon bin pen pot. So loads of different bits and bobs. And I've been speaking to, it's Becky, isn't it? Yeah, so Becky's going to come along with one of her other colleagues on the night, and she's going to help call it and give a bit of background information on the charity. And yeah, they're very, very excited that that Liv has chosen them. So yeah, it's really lovely.
They're so thrilled to be invited. So thank you. It's really special.
No, of course.
Yeah, it's really special. Did you get the voucher, Sophie?
Yes, I did. Thank you, Liv. I did. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got £100 dining out voucher, so I'll bring that on the night. And the only thing outstanding is I've got to go and get the selfie vouchers, which hopefully I'll have time to do tomorrow.
Brilliant. Thank you, Tam.
That's great. And just on the selfie competition as well, I can't remember if we talked about this before, but we've suggested that Rob, our communications manager, judges the selfies. Remember last year we kind of picked them at the time, and it was a little bit kind of unplanned.
Hectic.
Rushed.
Yeah.
So what we thought was actually if we can charge him with that, he could be keeping an eye on social media during the night. He'll be there, and then he can pick 5 well in advance, and then hopefully we'll work out a way of getting the photos to whoever's in the box doing the AV, and then when when Simon, when you say and the winners, if we could just beam the 5 people up, you can then say, right, 5, you've been selected, up you come, get your voucher, and that should speed that bit up as well.
Sounds very Star Trek, Mel.
Beaming people up.
Same.
Beaming them up. Yeah, let's hope they don't literally get beamed up. So that's good. So we're hoping to try and sort of make that a little bit quicker. The other thing that we talked about as well, Liv, which is worth you knowing about, is Sarah and Simon suggested just changing the order slightly. So when we get to the end of the awards, we do the raffle and the selfie competition before we do the overall Apprentice of the Year.
Okay.
So instead of it being a bit, people were drifting off and not quite sure whether to stay or go, we can make the raffle quicker, which we've talked about as well, Sophie, haven't we? Kind of how to speed that up, and also how to speed up the selfie competition. So it's literally, right, here's the winners, come up, then we go on to the overall winner. Right.
Should we just get opinions on how we thought to do the raffle?
Yeah, good idea, Sophie.
So we were thinking, instead of people, I don't know, because I know it's not tombola, but we were thinking of, instead of everybody queuing up like they were, and obviously not knowing how many prizes were left, it was a bit almost hectic last year. We were thinking of maybe Becky picks a prize and says, oh, the next winner's going to get this, and then call in the name, and they just come and take that, and like kind of taking it in turns and like choosing the prize for them, almost, just to make it that little bit quicker.
I think that's a good idea.
I think that's a good idea, because you do, otherwise people sometimes at the end, the last person that's chosen potentially, I mean, they're all nice prizes, but we'll get the one that nobody else wants,
the Grundon pen.
Exactly.
And I've been to many a raffle where the star prize goes the very first thing, someone walks off with the telly, and then the rest of it's like everyone's just sat there, and it kind of declines as it goes on, whereas it might be better to hold back the nicest thing or a couple of nice things at the end and say, right, we've got a really good prize for this one, and the number is blah blah blah. So do it that way, and then
okay.
So I would agree with that myself. So
brilliant.
Excellent. Thanks, folks. Sounds good. And then the only other thing we were going to quickly show was a risk assessment, Sophie, that you've worked on. Just quickly run through any potential thoughts we have for anything that we want to, any contingencies we might need to put into place. So maybe if I just share that.
I won't read it out, but you can just have a little look if there's anything that you think should be added to it. I mean, obviously we're not anticipating anything happening on the night that requires a risk assessment, but it's just good to have it there, just in case.
Up on the stage.
Have you factored in that I might wear heels?
Put your heels on once you're on the stage.
Yeah, do we need to provide ankle support?
I think I did do an emergency grab of Simon's arm at one point, but I'll go for lower ones this year.
I'll make sure I wear flats then, Sarah, so I'm a solid base. We can put that in the risk assessment, yeah?
Perfect, sounds like a plan.
I'll leave my heels at home.
Hopefully we won't get that the wrong way around, I'm in heels and Sarah's.
I'd like to think that the whole of Oxlep wouldn't be off for the awards evening.
Yes, we hope so.
Yeah, really hope so.
There we go. There we go.
I mean, there's quite a few that aren't actually coming this year anyway. Because I mean, not everybody from Oxlep's really needed, are they? It's one of them things where we just allocate extra jobs to the extra people that are there to give them a reason to be there almost.
And yeah, fair, I'm sure we could bring staff to help if there was any major dramas.
Yeah.
It's a good point though. Have we got anybody that's kind of first aid trained?
Me, Simon.
Okay, there you go. So
I mean, I'm first aid trained in paediatrics, but I don't think that really counts.
But it might be worth putting down if you've got an incident or celebration evening. So
yeah, we have got
8.
that. We've got that, haven't we? Perhaps, and I would imagine Williams must have a you know, the venue must have
perhaps we just need to identify who that would be, Mel, on the night.
Yeah. Something to follow up, Sophie, isn't it? And
if there's anything, any first aid requirements, then Simon and I, the only thing I would say, well, Simon's on stage, so probably me, is that we need a first aid kit, so we need to know where that is. That's probably something worth finding out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
I'll wear a sign, please do not come near me, because I will just make the situation worse and probably pass out.
Yeah, we need to know where the accident book is, and we need to know where the first aid kit is. So and also, and I know this is like, really don't want ever this to happen, but we also need to know if there's a defibrillator anywhere.
Oh, of course, yeah.
That's actually probably quite
really important.
Really important. If there is, because I'm absolutely sure a place like Williams will have one somewhere.
Yeah.
So we need to know where those items are. So if you can find those out and tell me, then we're covered, aren't we? And just Simon as well, because he'll need to stop me flapping. So
I don't want anything to do with any of that.
No. If there's any blood,
I've got to hold Sarah up. So
if there's any blood, don't call Simon.
I mean, I've got the feeling, I think the first aid kit is, you know, where we sign everybody in. I'm pretty sure the first aid kit's there. I'm sure I remember seeing it.
Okay, if you could just confirm that.
I'll confirm it.
In an emergency, we know. I mean, you know, fingers crossed. We haven't had, touch wood, nothing like that happen in the past, but you just don't know, dear.
Yeah, we didn't expect to attract a little bit of drama, though, don't we?
We do. Who would have expected snow in March?
No,
you know,
pandemic.
Nothing is beyond possibility.
I'd rather not be giving anybody mouth to mouth or defibrillators if you don't mind.
We'll put that down for a no for that. Brilliant, thanks, Sophie. Yeah, if you could just follow up on those couple of things, that'd be great.
I will.
Was there anything else on that list? Did we? Because we didn't actually get past the.
No, do you want me to? I'll just stick it down there. Do you want me to just?
We have a quick look.
I'll just bring it back and then just scroll down in case there's anything else. I mean, the main thing is that we've sort of thought about. Where did we get to? Incident.
I'm just thinking Williams normally do a bit of a housekeeping thing in their talk anyway, don't they? And just say, you know, this is where to go or what to do.
Yeah.
They do, and there'll be somebody doing that again this year from the early careers team. So we will have somebody doing that.
Now, where are we at with payment? I know that we've got most people. I think there were a couple outstanding, wasn't there?
Yeah, there are still a few. I think most.
Is there anybody that I need to go and hound tomorrow next week?
Go up to them and say, right, you're not getting your food.
You're not going to do your speech unless you give me a check.
That could be a first aid incident, Sally, couldn't it?
Yeah, I'll do a rugby
if they haven't paid.
Again, happy to help with a baseball bat, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Pincer attack turn.
Suddenly, everything went, you know, from very civil to very bad very quickly on the night. I will double check and just make sure I've sent reminders and all.
It might be an opportunity if I need to have a chat.
Just to check in with people.
On a serious note, on that thing, you've got. What if one of the hosts, i.e. Simon or Sarah, was sick? I'm assuming they would just continue with just one person, or would you need someone to step in?
So I would step in, or Rob would step in.
Okay.
So literally, whatever needs to happen, I would just.
Yeah.
I would be as half as good, I know, but you know, the fact I'm happy to step in.
I'm happy to do it as well if you're stuck.
Thank you.
So.
Perfect. Yeah.
Brilliant.
So we've got we've got people that can second it if necessary.
And
Understudies.
We've got the cue cards, so again, it's you know, the names and everything are on there, which is good. So yeah, I think anything else.
Whilst I just heard food mentioned, should we talk about that now?
Yes.
So we were talking about that last week. What Williams have suggested is bowls, little bowls of a bit more substantial food. But me and Mel were talking about how that's going to work, because in the bowls is, I can't quite remember the options. It was something like, was it sausage and mash in one of them, Mel?
Yeah.
Oh, macaroni cheese, wasn't it?
Macaroni cheese.
Right.
And I was just a bit skeptical about how that was going to work with people just stood mingling.
Well, if they're holding a glass and there's nowhere, there's not many tables, that's quite logistically hard to eat unless you're just going to tip the bowl up in your mouth.
That's what we were saying. Like, is there going to be cutlery, or are they supposed to just?
I think finger food.
Unless that was for when you're sat down, I don't see that would work.
No,
I don't think it would. I think hot finger food is better, but as I said to Mel the other day, where is Mel?
Oh, her Teams has been playing up this morning. It kicked her out of our meeting as well, so she'll probably be back in a minute. One
of the things I said to Mel was the thing I noticed a lot last year with that Williams thing is, unless you're stood in certain places, you don't get fed.
No.
And I think it, you know, the trouble is it's really hard to stop that, because the waitresses, the only way they can come in and go through is from the front door. So I wondered whether or not there could be a couple of tables of food.
We spoke
maybe
about
one
this
at
as
far
well.
End. Yeah,
because obviously we have the drinks tables, and when me and Mel went to the Oxford University Apprenticeship Awards, they had tables, and they had, like, you know, the afternoon tea platters and things like that, just kind of scattered around the room, so that if people did want something, they could literally just go and help themselves. But we were saying, that would probably work a lot better, because so then people know that it is there if they want it, rather than, you know, trying to spot the waiters or waitresses in the in the room.
I like that idea as well, because it can sometimes be a bit awkward if you're mid conversation with somebody and then they walk past and you're like, do I grab it, don't I? Whereas if they can actually choose their moment, pick their moment to go and grab something to eat, that might be a bit more.
But it has to be spaced out. You can't just have it all in one area.
No,
because it will just get swamped by a few people, and then other people don't get to eat food. And I also think it needs to be, some of it at least needs to be hot food, because otherwise you don't feel like you've been fed. I know it's a weird thing, but cold food is more, I don't know, it doesn't feel as special, and it doesn't feel like you're eating properly, in my opinion.
No, I agree.
Sorry about that, folks.
And none of those weird spoons.
We're
not
having spoons.
That was odd. And also they were quite weird to eat off of, and then you didn't know where to put them. It was just weird. I mean, nice, but weird.
Yeah, we've used one of the pictures of Matt
as well, though. Like, if you get a stick with your food on it and then you eat it and you're like, well, and then you walk around and put it in your pocket or something, and then you're getting jabbed for a few hours. Like,
No, absolutely. That was, and it's a bit odd. You just need stuff you can just pick up and chuck in your mouth.
And you can't dribble too much, you know, nothing too that's going to stain your dress when you, or maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just clumsy eater.
But we do need to kind of discuss that with them, don't we, Mel?
Yeah,
because
we do.
We both think that won't work.
Yeah, I've gone back to them. They said
not.
they did come back and say that they do that a lot with their race days and stuff like that, and it works really well. And that they would put more tables around. I think one of the issues is hands, isn't it? Holding stuff.
It is.
So I think, but we need to. We'll pick that up and just have a chat with them and you know, try and work that through, so that at least, like you say, Tam, people do have something hot and a bit more substantial, but not something that they're struggling to eat.
Would it be worth us popping over there maybe Monday or Tuesday next week?
Yeah, I think so, because I've got all the stuff as well.
Yeah.
So we could try and nip over and just have a chat with them about it. So we'll pick that up and just see what their advice is, and let you know. But hopefully we'll get, you know, I'm sure it's another bit of an experiment, isn't it, to see how we get on, but hopefully it'll be a bit more substantial. Also, the bowls are £15.50 a head, and the canapes were £19.50 a head, so actually there's more food for less money. So in terms of the amount that people could have, it's better value, and hopefully would make people feel a bit more, you know, a bit more fed. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a long day, and most people are coming without eating. Well, you know, before they get there. I mean, we're lucky enough to have sandwiches, but a lot of people are coming straight from work, and they haven't eaten, and they're not going to get home till 10 o'clock at night.
10, 11.
That's
at least,
that's a blinking long day.
Yeah. So I think it's important that we do make sure we get, you know, we get some more food basically, and something that people feel is a bit more substantial. So we'll just need to finesse it, I think, as to what those options are really, and how it works. But they're very confident that they do it a lot and it's very successful. So we'll see. But that's good. Yeah, brilliant. Thanks. So I'm conscious of time. I know, Liv, you've got to dash off. Is there anything else that we need to cover, or is everyone happy if we just sort of finish there and see each other next week?
Sounds good. Mel, can I be excused from the meeting this afternoon? The sponsors.
Yes, of course. Yeah,
and I think me, if that's okay.
I think for everybody, you don't need to be at that.
I kind of accepted the invite because, you know, you just accept them all, don't you? But
you do. But yeah, absolutely fine. I think that's really for, and Sophie and I are going to brief the category sponsors really. It's mainly for them. So and you guys know what the plan is, and happy with everything. So yeah, you don't need to be there. That's no problem at all.
Very much.
Or if you do want to know, we can just send you the presentation.
Yeah, that's true, and the recording.
Simon, can I ring you back in 1 second and when we're done?
Yes.
Good stuff. Well, thank you ever so much, everybody, as always.
Thanks, guys.
Looking forward to next week. We'll obviously drop you a line if there's anything that you need to know. Countdown begins. A week to go.
Oh another year.
Ooh, here we go.
Thanks again, folks.
Thank
you
you.
later.
Take care.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.